Hey everyone, so I recorded this video around 5 years back, and I recorded it because I thought my views mattered, and I still think that my views matter. So I'm kind of uploading it today again on this YouTube channel. I thought that for a researcher, it would be good to kind of look at other researchers' views, what they think about something which is kind of making whole physics community kind of miserable, because nobody actually knows why dark energy and dark matter exist. So I kind of thought कि मैं भी अपने व्यूज़ को पुट कर सकता हूँ. So I hope you do enjoy this one.
Hello viewers, in this video I'm going to share some of my ideas about dark matter and dark energy. So let me define both of them first for you. Dark matter is some kind of matter that we don't know about, which is causing attractive force between galaxies like Andromeda galaxies coming near us or our galaxy Milky Way, which is supposed as the effect of dark matter. Then comes the dark energy. The dark energy is the repulsive force caused by some kind of things or particles we don't know about it. And it is supposed that our universe expansion is being caused by this dark energy thing. So we also calculated that this dark matter is 25% of the total mass of our universe. Then dark energy is 70%, and the normal baryonic matter that we see all around us is only 5%. So now let me show you something that I concluded. Let us suppose that our universe is spherical, and it also has a parallel universe around it. Okay, both of them share the same center O. Now we are living on this space-time, or I say surface of the universe A, and the parallel counterpart of it is universe B. Okay, so I suppose that this volume inside universe A is filled with dark energy, okay, which is 70%. Now since the radius of this sphere or our universe is very large, so we can take a small portion of universe A and B right here. Okay, so what we know from the geometry is that a small portion of a very large sphere would be a flat surface. So we would get two flat surfaces. Okay, so it is universe B, and here we have universe A. Okay, so now let us suppose a very heavy mass is placed or situated in universe B. So it will cause the space time of universe B to curve. Now I supposed that it not only causes the space time of universe B to curve, but it also causes the curvature in universe A. So here we have the curvature in universe A, but the mass resides in universe B, and the curvature being caused in universe A wouldn't have any kind of mass right here, but it would have an effect from universe B. So now when an observer like us observes this situation right here by sending some light signal, we will see the gravitational lensing happening, but we won't see any kind of mass right here, and that's what we call dark matter. Okay, it is only my idea. Most of the science community won't agree with me, but it is some kind of start, I think. Okay, now let's come to the dark energy part. The dark energy is 70%, which can be explained by the volume inside this universe A, because dark energy is residing in the universe A's volume. That means it is occupying a very large volume, so it accounts for very large amount, that is 70%. Now let me write a formula from quantum statistics. S equals k log omega E. Here S is the entropy, K is the Boltzmann constant, and omega E is the number of microstates. The dark energy is continuously pushing the boundaries of universe A outward, which is causing the expansion in universe A. Okay, as the volume of universe A increases more rapidly, the number of microstates increases, because number of microstate is directly proportional to volume. So the entropy of universe inside universe A increases, and as the entropy increases, it also causes the expansion to occur more. Surface area formula for universe A, we would get 4 pi r square, where r is the radius of the universe A from center O. Okay, so if we differentiate the surface with respect to time, we would get 8 pi r dr over dt. Now if we suppose that dr over dt is constant, then ds over dt would be directly proportional to r. That is, if r is doubled, the expansion rate of the expansion of the surface of the universe A would be doubled. That is, as the radius is increasing, the rate of expansion of the surface is doubling. I mean, rate of expansion of the surface is also increasing. Okay, I also concluded that at some point of time, the universe A would be at the place of universe B. Okay, so it can be postulated that universe B is nothing but the future of universe A. So the masses in universe B are causing the dark matter thing in universe A. That is, future is affecting the present. So thank you guys for watching it.